I blew up my life and now worth negative $30,000.
My spiritual awakening in 2020 was a huge reason why I went into massive amounts of debt and ended up filing for bankruptcy last year. And I don't regret any of it, to be clear. I'm also not saying this to like scare anyone. It's just kind of the reality of the situation. I'm so glad that she's talking about it. In my version, I had to burn down my entire first business and start building a second business, which during the pandemic and like going through a lot mentally and emotionally was just wild. And I didn't have a plan for my finances. I was just winging it and like hoping for the best. And I did end up surviving and like things ended up working out, and obviously I ended up accumulating a lot of debt, but that's okay because like I had to learn all of these lessons with money. I had to confront a lot of my avoidance around money, so all of it was in service of my growth, my healing, and like me becoming the more powerful version of myself that I am today. But I remember in the beginning last year when I really needed to like figure out my finances and figure out what I was going to do about my debt, I had this realization, same thing like she's talking about in this video, where I was like, okay, I have to focus on like mastering the 3D now. Because I had made a lot of money in my first business, but it wasn't sustainable and it wasn't something that I wanted to be doing long term, which is why I had to burn it down. And then it felt really hard to rebuild my second business in the same way or to the same level because the way that I'd gone about it the first time didn't serve me. So I had to figure out a whole new way of being and of working. So the past year and a half has been a complete dedication to the 3D, right? Like I put my spiritual side and practices on pause, and I just focused on healing my relationship with money, like rebuilding my business, creating safety in my body, doing more nervous system work, getting more practical in a way that's still aligned with the way that I work best and what I want for my life, as opposed to only seeing success as the outcome of like working yourself to the bone. And it's been incredible. Like this mastering the 3D I think is so important. And on this app, we spend a lot of time, like there's a lot of spiritual people who spend a lot of time talking about, you know, ascension and manifestation and all this stuff. But like we live on Earth and we gotta master what the fuck is happening on Earth, or at least do our best. Mastery is a subjective term, right? And a lot of this process for people is going to require like complete surrender to the unknown, jumping into the deep end and hoping it works out, and needing you to like lose a lot in order to rebuild from a new place. So if you're going through this, if this is happening to you, you will get to the other side of it. It's just like, it takes time and you got to learn the lessons that you need to learn from it.